The perfect family photo on the mantle was a lie so bold it could choke you. Ethan Carver's smile in that frame hid a secret that would unravel everything. Ethan, 34, was the golden son of the Carver dynasty, a real estate mogul with a jawline sharp enough to cut glass and a charm that closed million-dollar deals. His wife, Lily, 32, was the heart of their home, a high school teacher who poured her soul into her students and their 5-year-old daughter, Mia. Their life in suburban Chicago seemed idyllic, a sprawling house, Mia's laughter echoing through the halls, and Ethan's late-night work calls that Lily never questioned. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming, and they started with a woman named Claire. Claire, 26, was the nanny hired to care for Mia while Lily graded papers late into the night. She was vibrant, with auburn hair and a laugh that filled rooms, and Ethan noticed her the moment she walked through the door. What began as casual banter over coffee turned into lingering glances, then stolen moments in the kitchen when Lily was asleep. Claire was everything Lily wasn't: carefree, unattached, and hungry for the life Ethan could offer. Ethan, intoxicated by the thrill, didn't just fall, he dove headfirst into an affair that burned hotter than his marriage ever had. Lily, meanwhile, was drowning. Her days were a blur of lesson plans, parent-teacher conferences, and Mia's endless questions about why Daddy was always busy. The weight of their mortgage, Ethan's late nights, and her own fading dreams pressed down on her like a vice. She'd given up her art studio to be the perfect wife and mother, but perfection was a cruel mirage. She noticed Ethan's distance, his quick excuses, the way his phone was always locked, but she blamed herself. Maybe if she cooked better dinners, maybe if she wasn't so tired, maybe if she wasn't so ordinary. Ethan and Claire's affair wasn't just reckless, it was a performance. They played house in Ethan's downtown penthouse, a work retreat he claimed was for clients. Claire wore Lily's role like a costume, tucking Mia into bed during her weekends with Daddy, while Ethan spun tales of a future where he'd leave Lily for good. Mia, too young to understand, adored Claire's playful energy, calling her Auntie Claire with a grin that broke Lily's heart when she heard it. Ethan reveled in the fantasy: a new family, a new life, free from Lily's quiet strength that now felt like a chain. But lies have a way of cracking under pressure. One evening, Lily found a receipt in Ethan's jacket for a restaurant she'd never been to, dated on a night he'd claimed to be working late. Her stomach churned, but she pushed the thought away. It wasn't until Mia, in her innocent chatter, mentioned Auntie Claire's pretty necklace that Lily's world tilted. She remembered Claire wearing a pendant identical to one Ethan had bought for a client. The pieces clicked, sharp and jagged, and Lily's grief turned to rage. She didn't confront Ethan immediately. Lily was methodical, a teacher who knew how to research. She dug through bank statements, tracked Ethan's late-night GPS locations, and even followed him one night to the penthouse. Through the window, she saw them: Ethan laughing, Claire's hand on his arm, Mia asleep on the couch. The sight was a knife to her chest, but it also lit a fire. Lily wasn't just a wife, she was a fighter, and she'd be damned if she let Ethan rewrite her story. Her first move was quiet but devastating. She hired a private investigator, a grizzled man named Tom who smelled like coffee and regret. Tom delivered photos, texts, and hotel receipts that painted Ethan's betrayal in stark detail. But Lily didn't stop there. She contacted a lawyer, a shark named Rachel who specialized in making cheating husbands regret their choices. Rachel's advice was clear: don't just get even, get everything. Lily, however, wanted more than money. She wanted Ethan to feel the weight of his lies. The plan unfolded on Mia's 6th birthday, a day Ethan had promised to spend with his real family. Lily organized a party at their home, inviting Ethan's parents, his business partners, and Claire, under the guise of appreciating her help. Ethan arrived, expecting a typical family event, his smile practiced and perfect. Claire, dressed to impress, hovered at his side, oblivious to the storm brewing. Lily waited until the cake was cut, the candles blown out, and Mia's laughter filled the air. Then I'm with a calm that chilled the room. She clicked a remote, and the TV screen lit up with Tom's photos, Ethan and Claire, tangled in each other's arms, time-stamped and undeniable. The room froze. Ethan's mother gasped. His father's face turned to stone, and his business partners shifted uncomfortably. Claire's smile vanished, her eyes darting to the exit. Ethan stammered, his charm crumbling like cheap plaster. "Lily, this isn't what it looks like." He tried, but his voice was a weak echo in the silence. Lily didn't scream or cry. She stood tall, her voice steady. "You played happy family while I struggled. Now everyone knows who you really are." But the twist was coming, and it wasn't what anyone expected. As Ethan's world collapsed, Lily revealed the final piece of her investigation. Claire wasn't just a nanny with a pretty smile, she was a con artist. Tom had uncovered her real identity, Claire Monroe, a woman with a trail of wealthy men she'd seduced and blackmailed across 3 states. She'd targeted Ethan, knowing his wealth and arrogance made him an easy mark. The love Ethan thought they shared was a script, and he was the fool who'd memorized every line. Ethan's face drained of color as Lily played a recording of Claire bragging to a friend about her Carver jackpot. Claire bolted for the door, but Tom, standing guard, blocked her path. The police were already on their way, tipped off by Lily's evidence of Claire's fraud. Ethan, humiliated and betrayed, sank into a chair, his empire of lies reduced to rubble. His parents, once proud, left without a word. His partners muttered about reassessing their contracts. Mia, confused but sensing the tension, clung to Lily, who held her daughter tightly, whispering, "We're going to be okay." In the weeks that followed, Lily rebuilt her life. She filed for divorce, securing full custody of Mia in a settlement that left Ethan scrambling to save his company. Claire faced charges, her charm no match for a courtroom. Lily returned to her art, painting vibrant canvases that sold out at local galleries. She wasn't just surviving, she was thriving, her strength forged in the fire of betrayal. Mia, too, found her smile again, her mother's love a steady anchor. Ethan, stripped of his illusions, tried to rebuild. He sent Lily apologies, flowers, even a letter begging for forgiveness. But she never responded. She didn't need his remorse. She had her own power now. He moved to a smaller apartment, his penthouse sold to cover legal fees. The man who'd played happy family with a nanny was left with nothing but his regrets. A cautionary tale whispered in boardrooms and bars. The story of Ethan, Lily, and Claire isn't just about cheating or revenge. It's about the cost of lies, the strength of those who rise from betrayal, and the truth that no one can escape their choices forever. Lily's victory wasn't just in exposing Ethan, it was in reclaiming her life, her daughter, and her worth. She didn't just survive, she rewrote the ending. What do you think was Lily's public takedown of Ethan, justice or revenge? Should she have confronted him privately? Or was exposing his lies to everyone the only way to reclaim her power? Share your thoughts on where the line lies between right and wrong in a world where trust is broken.